Hi there and welcome. I am Jenny K. Parks and this is Quilting Color. And today the topic is orange. Yay! This is live, so it's going to be really interactive, but I want to know what your questions are. I love to hear, I want to know what your questions are and your comments. And I want to tell you too, if you are brand new, some places you post on social media, right? And somebody disagrees with you and they chew you out and spit you up and they don't make you happy, right? It's not a nice experience. Well, a lot of my regulars are going to be here today. And Amanda, speaking of Amanda, yes, hi girl, I hope you're doing well. But you're not going to find a nicer, more generous and gracious and kind and intelligent and creative group of quilters than those who are going to be adding in the comments right there. And you are absolutely welcome and invited to do so. So don't be scared, it'll be good. And you know what? If you have questions after the fact, when we're not live, go ahead and post them. I love to hear questions. I will answer your questions. I will check in because I want to talk to people who want to know, right? Okay. Well, hello, Gwen from Canada. Gwen, check in about your orange. Gwen's a regular too. Guys, I'm so excited. Okay, so just a couple things. I'm going to give you kind of a little heads up here. I have a, nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to give you an overview of what you're going to talk about today, and then we're going to dig in here a little bit. The topic is orange. So I am going to talk about how I picked the fabrics for this table runner, and I'll talk about that. We're gonna dig into the color wheel a little bit, right? It's my color picking secret weapon. I'm telling you, it's awesome. And then we're gonna play with different color combinations that you can get with orange, and we're also gonna talk about different kinds of orange. And so it's really good. I'm gonna share with you also a great different way. I haven't shared this one before. It's a different way of picking out your colors for your quilt. So we will dig into that. I want to give you more tools to be able to do that. So a little bit about me. I have been in the quilting business for 7 years now, 8 years. I have worked in local quilt shops, and I have filmed over 150 videos for Golden Peak Media, including Blocks of the Month and 2 episodes on Fawns and Porter PBS. I was a guest, so that's super exciting. In fact, this table runner was on that episode, on one of those episodes. So yay, yay! And working in quilt shops, the question I got the most was helping with color. Help me pick out color. Help me figure this out. Help me understand. I don't get it. I'm overwhelmed. I just buy the kit. So-and-so picks it out for me because I do a terrible job. All those questions. If that sounds like you are exactly where you need to be. And I want to tell you too, I'll bring this up again at the end, but I want to tell you, I have developed a standalone color course for quilters just like you. You can take it at home right now. Well, wait after the thing's over, but you can start it right away. And very soon we will be doing a work along where we go through in over 6 weeks, we go through the different 5 lessons, and we have a follow-up one, and we do it as a group via Zoom. So we dig into it and go over the lessons, and you see other people's examples and stuff, and it is a really great time. If you want to know more about color, absolutely go to my website, jennykquilts.com, and check that out. Yay! Okay, so let's see who else is here. All right, we got Gwen. Amanda, doing okay? I've had a few issues this past week. I'm sorry you've had some issues. And Gwen, oh yeah, I got orange. All right. Hey, Virginia. Oh, yay. Hi, Virginia. I hope you're doing well, too. I was worrying about you, wondering how you're doing. And hello, Diana. Wonderful to hear about orange. Yay. Yay. All right. So, yes, if you are enjoying this video, if you find benefit from it, like it, comment even after the fact, because like I said, the more comments that you add in afterwards, the higher stuff goes for me and the more exposure that I can get within YouTube. So, and also subscribe and hit the alert so you know every time I post it. Did you see the preview video for this one? Because if you'd subscribed, it popped up. So I gave you just a little preview of what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so a few things that I have coming up next week. Next week, we're going to talk about yellow, moving our way around the color wheel. You're on to me? Okay. And I will have a new pattern coming out next week. Yay! I may have a fabric sale. I'm waiting to get a shipment in, so we'll see. But I may have a fabric sale, and I usually do those Thursday at 3 p.m. But y'all, I am open to another time, if another time where we need to talk about times, because I want to have it. I may have a few times throughout the week. We'll see. So I do those 3 p.m. YouTube, same time, different day. And then I also have Work Basket Wednesday. Hey there, lonely quilter. If you're out there quilting by yourself, all alone in your room, on Wednesdays from 3 to 5, you need to come to Work Basket Wednesday. That's right. That is the day when quilters get together for a virtual quilting bee, and it's awesome. It is really awesome, isn't it? It's awesome. We all work on our own projects. We laugh, we cry, we share stories, we share recipes, we share ideas, we get advice. It's just like a real quilting bee, but we're all there in your room with you. So if you are missing companionship, or if you don't even have a guild nearby to go to, check out Work Basket Wednesday. And I got a lot of things going on, but you can keep up on all the information when you subscribe to my newsletter at jennykaequilts.com. I send out one newsletter a week. I don't pester. I'm not Coles. I'm not going to pester you. It's just going to be the one that will have all the details and happenings and the links to all of those. So that is on my website, jennykaequilts.com. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is different kinds of orange. And you notice this quilt behind me, right? This is sort of, it captures the spectrum of orange. I have some real obviously orange things here, and then I get a little more coral and pink, a little more coral that way, and some speckles of orangey stuff all throughout. This is the first quilt that I made specifically because I wanted to break my quilt trifecta, my color type trifecta. Are you aware of this? You, my friend, might have a color trifecta. That means what I noticed in myself is that there was always 3 colors I was picking. Every quilt I made had it, and it was green, purple, and blue. That was like the color arrangement I was narrowed in on. Anybody have a color trifecta? Or do you have some default ones that you always pick? Let me know. And I also want to say too, there's almost a 30-second delay from when I ask the question to when you hear it. So don't worry if I don't respond right away. I'll catch you up there. I miss Work Basket Wednesday, but I have too much trouble with Zoom connections in my area. Oh, I'm sorry, Amanda. I know I missed you there. I've missed seeing you around, but I hope you're doing well. You hang in there, okay, my friend? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was saying it'd be a little time delay. Okay, so a little time delay. So, yeah, I was trying to break my quilting trifecta, meaning that I always picked blue, green, and purple, and they were in some combination. And I deliberately did this one to work out of that comfort zone, to not be working in that one. And this is also part of my Dangerous Curves pattern, and it's a series that teaches you how to piece with curves, and there's no pins, baby. No pins at all. I know, it's great. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about orange. let's dig into orange. This, I pulled from my stash some different, you would say they're oranges, that these all look very orange. And I'm gonna be playing with other stuff here in a little bit, but you see, we've got some corals here, kind of peachy. This is almost getting towards the mustard, but I might say it's an orange, depending on what it's sitting next to. Oh, now that is a good point. All right, so things will look different depending on what they are near, and batiks are masters at that. Masters of disguise. Notice this one, right? It kind of has a little bit of pink, pulls in some of those colors nicely, but it also depends on what it's sitting up next to, right? What colors it's going to bring out and what interest it's going to have. Okay. So these are just some different ones that you can get. This obviously veers more yellow. This is more coral, almost pinky, and I'm going to show you some real strong oranges. The stuff that I'm going to use, so this, like I said, I just pulled from my stash, different oranges that we could look at, but the fabric that I'm going to use today, and in fact I'll use this all the time, anytime I demo with the color fabrics, I use cherry wood because, and this is a great thing for cherry wood fabrics, they are hand dyed, beautiful, saturated, soft. They quilt like butter. They're so nice, so nice. I am a cherry wood ambassador, da, da, da. And I can't say that without the sound effect. And I have the whole collection. But if you want to play with color, this is the way to do it, my friends. This is the way. This is like that huge box of crayons where you have every color you could possibly imagine. It's the entire line of cherry wood on cards, and it's numbered, right? So you can say, oh, I need orchid. I need that one exactly. And then they'll know where to get it. My favorite place to buy them, my absolute fave, is Wooden Spools. That's where I love to get cherry wood fabric. And of course, you can also go to the website, Cherry Wood Fabrics. Oh, gotta fold that to get that back in there properly. You know what? It's going to be too awkward for me to do on TV, on camera right now, so I'm just going to move it off to the side. But that's cherry wood, this fabulous box. I'm telling you, it's a gift. It's tremendous. But you can go to Cherry Wood Fabrics and grab the box there, and you can get any cherry wood fabric that you want at Wooden Spools. They carry the whole collection here in Denver, and they will ship it out to you. No problemo. Okay, so let's dig in a little bit. All right, so we talked a little bit about the different kinds of orange, and now we're going to do combinations with the color wheel with orange. So, how many of you, oh, there it is, have a color wheel? Do you have a color wheel? Say yes if you have a color wheel. So the color wheel, I'll give you a second here to catch up here. The color wheel was a discovery. It's not an invention, okay? There's different formats of the color wheel, but this color wheel was a discovery by Isaac Newton. Yes, the same apple drop on the head, that must be gravity. It's the same guy. So what he was doing was experiments with reflecting light, refraction. No, he was shining light through a prism, and he would get this little rainbow. And he wanted to figure out, how can I change that and turn it around so that I can get that arc that I'm seeing into a circle. Can I do that? Why, yes. Yes, you can. And this is what he found, that when he put it arc in a circle, everything blended together. So that's the freedom of the color wheel, is that you can figure out how to make everything, and I do mean everything, can go together. Everything can look good. But we're going to show you some secret weapons about how it works. Okay, so we've got a Gwen's yes, Diana's yes, Virginia's yes. All right, let me know if you, now, okay, the next question. Do you use your color wheel? That is my next question. Because usually it's, I don't know. It's too confusing, and I have other things that I want to think about. I totally get that. In fact, for me, even in the business, it was like, well, get a color wheel and try that. Okay, fine. I don't want to get an art degree. I just want to pick out fabric for this quilt. And that's the way I thought about it for a long time. But This is a quilter's secret weapon that will help you pick out color. And this is nature. This is the way nature works. And my friends, you cannot design better than nature. You cannot. You cannot. You can't design better than a mountain view, a beautiful sky, and a field full of flowers, and a river running through it. You can't do it. You can't. So take this tip from nature. All right. Gwen sometimes. Oh, hey, Margaret. Hello. Yes, and sort of. We're learning. All right, Virginia. I like that. And Diana sometimes. All right. You guys, very positive. You must have been here before, I think, if you're knowing this. Okay. So let's play with the color wheel. And there are different combinations that we can make. All right. So let me show you here. Here's our color wheel. This is my favorite color wheel. If you have a color wheel, like we were talking to Mary Jo last week, that she had a color wheel from 1996 or something. I mean, it might be the same. I don't think it's the same color wheel, but not that they've made changes in how it works, but you know, you might want to update it. And I like this. Well, hello, Kay. I'm so glad you're here. I have been wondering where you are. I'm glad you're here, Kay. All right. So, not that there's been changes, but I'll tell you the reasons why I love this one. And salespeople say, you know, just stick to 3 reasons. I can't. There's too many. I love this because of the size. It is enough that I can really compare. Some of them are just so tiny. They're so tiny I can't see. So that's not good enough for me. And also it gives you a lot of diagrams, a little bit of color theory and some definitions, and look here on this side, a little bit of color schemes, some of which we will discuss today. And yeah, and also, oh yes, this, I love this. So it has like the pure color here. We'll do orange since we're talking about orange. There's our orange. It has the pure color there. And then it has you adding gray and black to it. So a gradation, which is one of the secrets to combining any colors. I'm telling you, people. And then also we got the pure color and adding white. So it gets lighter there. So you can see the whole spectrum of color while you're doing it. I also very much appreciate that these are solids. Some of the fabric design, you know, some of the color wheels that have been put out, it's fine. They have fabric on them. And they were great for you, no problem. But I find that I end up trying to match the texture, or I'm distracted by the texture, and I can't match the color as well as I want to. So this is why this is the one I love. I love it. I love it so much. And and this is one I carry. So if you want a color wheel, scoot on over to my website and grab you one. I'll get it out to you tomorrow. Let's see, Pixie Sweetie. Hi, my phone is trying to set me up a separate YouTube account from my Google account. I'm on my computer, so say a quick hi, but I'm going back to my phone. I'm sewing and listening. All right, Pixie Sweetie, yay, yay. Kay Nelson, love my color wheel, use it a lot. And Amanda, I use my color wheel a lot. Yes, for color wheel. Okay, so let's get started here. First thing we're gonna discover here is, here we have our orange, right? Okay, in this color wheel, I'm using this particular orange. Should I use the other orange? Maybe I might do it. Mandarin, where's the other orange go? I'll do this one here. Okay, see, it's beautiful, beautiful cherry wood. Love it. All right, so I'm using this for orange here. And in this one, it looks a little closer to that one in color, but I don't want you to get too twisted up about it's not exact. This is a guide, and I want to make this very clear here. This is a guide and an inspiration. It is not a rule book, okay? Every color combination, every color that exists cannot possibly be put on a color wheel. So it is a guide, all right? And use it that way. Nobody's going to come and shake their finger like, that's not really an orange. That's more of a red orange. And you know what? If they do come up and say that, they can just kiss my shiny metal thimble. That's what they can do. Okay, so we have an orange here that is pretty darn close. I like it. I use my color wheel. P.S. This is Karen. Oh, thank you, Karen. I didn't know who Pixie Sweetie was. There we go. But I welcome you anyways. All right. So, and what I think is important, okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate, I'm going to show you complementary. Complementary colors will always work. So you get that quilt, right? You're making it for somebody, and they say, like a kid graduating from school, right? No, oh, his favorite color is orange. So I need to make something with orange. And you go into the quilt shop or your stash and you're flummoxed because what goes with it, I don't even know where to start. Well, that's why we do this. First step is the finding the complementary color. So to do this, we've got these little diagrams right here, and we're just going to follow the straight line. Orange, the complementary of orange, the opposite side of the color wheel is blue. It's blue, right? Right? Being from Denver, go Broncos! They go together. And you know, you'll be surprised. This might be like a new thing to do. Watch the pro athletic games, right? I'm thinking football, but there's lots of them, and you'll see. Oh, the color combination. It was just like complementary. It's surprising. You'll see, and I'm telling you, once you learn how to do this, you're going to see color so differently. You absolutely are. All right, so we have the complementary. The complementary of orange is blue. Now, when I talk about blending any colors together, this is information that I got from one of my color heroes, which is Ginny Beyer. And one of the things that she said is like, what? It's like I got a Jiffy Pop thing on my head and it exploded and popcorn went everywhere. So one of the things she said is that you can blend any colors together as long as you have the lights, the darks, the mediums, and the brights. So let's test that out here. All right. So we're going to put orange and blue together. These, just like this, it's not that interesting. It's okay. It's not that interesting. So we are going to blend. We're going to put in the lights, the brights, the mediums, and the darks. So I'm going to go darker here, a beautiful indigo. And here we have Jaybird. Oh, I love fabric names sometimes. They're just awesome. And this is Ice Cube. Not the wrapper. It's a color. Okay. Or is that Ice Tea? No, there's Ice Cube, right? Wasn't he on like Law and Order or something? Okay, I don't know. All right. And then we're going to need to do this with this one. So let's add a dark, which is our fantastic one called Flame. Flames. From the flames. And then we have, and then we have this one. Oh, it's actually called Cheddar. I love that. And everything's better with cheddar, baby. We'll get to that in a minute. And then a light. So this color combination, it's blended together. It looks beautiful. It looks interesting. It has spark and it has life. Now I'm going to pull some of these out, okay? I'm going to pull out the darkest ones. Now tell me what you think. Do you like this as much? What if I pull out the two lightest ones? Do we like this as much? Now granted, these still go together. They look fine. But when you add the lights and the darks, what it gives you is it gives you that depth that naturally occurs, and it gives you that light that naturally occurs. So the depth would be the part that's in shadow. If you imagine like a flower, okay? If you imagine a flower, the depth of something, the darkness is going to be the part that's just slightly obscured in the shadows, and the light colors are going to be where the light might be shining on that little part of the branch, that little part of the leaf or petal. That's flowers, petal, term. Okay. Ice Cube. I like the lighter ones in. I agree, Gwen. I agree. So having all of these in here make it a little more interesting. And the example that I love to give, let's just do this with orange here. I'm going to do this with orange. And we're going to play scrap quilt. We want to do a whole bunches of oranges. And so I'm going to just get my stack that has all my oranges in it. And we're going to add all these in here. And these are just all of a whole bunch of different oranges. Now, your scrap quilt, even if you say, I'm going to make an orange quilt, right? Oh, you could call it creamsicle. Oh, darn it. I have this thing. Once I give it a name, I really feel like I have to make it. Call it creamsicle. I love Oh, I love that. And I can make one with browns and call it root beer float. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so here we're playing scrap quilt here. We've got all these different colors and all these different oranges in here. This quilt is going to be much more interesting to look at, even though it's all just orange. It's just orange. It's going to be much more interesting to look at than just that. Isn't it? This is so much more exciting. And that's kind of the point I wanted to make. There was a great quilt show that went around a while ago that was red and white quilts, just reds and whites. And you could do a red and white quilt with just one color of red, like, you know, the yardage, one red and one white. But if you have a whole variety of reds and a whole variety of whites, I mean, red's like dark to maroon and really light to pink. And then you have whites that vary from bone, cream, snow, all those different variety in there. That quilt is going to be much more interesting and compelling to look at than just the two colors. That is my 2 cents, and that's why you're here. Greens, mints. Greens, mints. Oh, you mean adding some greens? Oh, okay. Are you saying like the variety, including greens and mints, adding some of those in? We'll get to that. We're gonna play. We're gonna play here in a little bit. Okay. Let me tidy up here. Oh, I hope I didn't confuse my stacks too much because I had them all. It was very orderly. I had them. Okay. Here we go. This is the stack I was using. Okay, even though I get everything all organized before I start, it's trash when I'm done. I'm like throwing fat quarters everywhere. It's trash. It's crazy. Okay, so we have our first, oh, look at that. Look, you go from light to dark. So if you want to test how something blends, look at this. Jenny, it's beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? This would be a great quilt. This would be darn it, I have to make it now. This would be a great quilt to have. Okay, so the second one that we're going to do is, and I'm going to use these oranges right here, is we're going to come here and we've got our orange. We did our complementary with the blue, but we're going to do a split complementary. Okay, we're going to come here and we're going to go there. So split complementary means you go across the color wheel to the complementary, but you end up doing these two instead. So let's get as close as we can. Remember, it's not an exact science. This color wheel cannot possibly represent all the colors that exist in fabric and in the world. So it's best as we can do. So let's see. I think I'd picked these ones. So I'm going to put this orange here, and then we are going to do these, which is, it's kind of hard. It might be a little challenging for you to see, but we have a green blue and blue violet. Oh, yummy. Okay. So green blue, I'm going to start kind of with the darkest value. There we've got a green blue there, and then we have our other blue violet. Oh, yummies. Yummies. And let's add more. Let's add our tints, tones, and shades. So here I'm continuing with the green blue, as you can see there. And notice, I mean, you can kind of see here on this color wheel, these might match a little more closely to kind of in between, and that's okay. That is okay. No, green quilt and call it mint. Oh. Throw some brown in and call it mint chocolate chip. Am I hungry? Am I being hungry? And Kay, we're both dieting. This is not the time. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit. Let's bring in some more colors here. And I can even go, oh yeah, I remember I pulled out several of these because I really like all of those in there. I really like that. And of course, orange. Orange can't be all by itself. Let's add a little bit of lighter one there with orange. And let's even go maybe a little bit lighter. Yes, yes. Okay, so let's slide this color wheel out and put them all together. And we can go, let's see, let's blend from lights to darks. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my mercy. This is gorgeous. This, again, really cute quilt. Notice we're not using these same blues that we did before, but it's very close, and we're also including some of the greens. This makes me think kind of a tropical thing. Something, you know, like this is coral colored and the sea and the blue sea and stuff. I like that. I like that. Okay. Next color combination that we're going to do is called the triad. Triad, tri meaning three. We're going to start with our main one, and then what you do is you pick 3 colors that are equidistant, the same distance apart on the color wheel. So we picked this one, and these green and purple are equidistant on the color wheel. So let's mix it up with that. Oh, I'm going to pick this one here, and then we want green and purple. So I'm going to show you kind of a middle version. Then this is violet. I love those names. I love the names. I love color names. So we're going to do that one there, and we're going to pick kind of a middle of the road green here. Very nice. But wait, there's more. So let's add the lights, the darks, the mediums, and the brights. Let's do it. Let's add all this stuff. Okay. So let's add darks. And I'm going to do this just kind of a phase at a time. I'm going to go darker on each one. Let's do that. All right. So I've added darker ones. Notice the depth that it gives you, right? It makes it look deeper and richer, a little bit more interesting, like it's a little farther away maybe. Okay, let's add some more mediums. So here I kind of have a medium one, and here's my medium green, and then here's my medium orange. This is pretty close. Okay, it looks a little bit different. This is pretty close. I tried to take kind of this one step out, but it just seemed like it needed that before we get to the next one. Oh, no, that's the light. Is that the light? I'm going to have to go even lighter there. I think so. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. And I even have one. This is what I meant to do right there. That's what I wanted. Okay. And then let's add the lights. I want you to see this. The light green. It's meant for Miss Kae. And the light, beautiful lilac. It's kind of a pinkle, right? That's what my daughter used to call it. If something was purple pink, she called it pinkle. But it's kind of a very light lilac, and then a light one there. Let's see how it looks together. Okay. And I'm gonna blend here. I'm gonna swap this around so I can go. Here we go. So I kind of, wait, how am I going to do this? I want to put, there we go. This is what I want to do. I want you to see how those colors flow, right? And then this one's going to go this way. Look at that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Now keep in mind, right, what you see here is based on my lights up through my camera, into my computer, out into YouTube, into your monitor. So color variations might be just a little bit different, but I'm sorry, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So if you would add one more color in here, like an inner border color, or yeah, inner border, what color would you choose? I'll give you guys just a moment to figure out that. I want to hear, just adding one more color, what would you add? I'm so curious. I know what I would add. I'm gonna get the right tub for what I would add, but I want to hear what you would add. And I'll give you a second. Look at it, decide, what would I add? If this was my quilt, what would I add to it? Okay, black or white? Ooh, Gwen. I didn't even think of those. I didn't even think of it. Oh, now I have to get a different tub. Hold on, hold on. Where's my black and whites? Okay, here we go. Gwen, 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 that's awesome. Ooh. Nope, not white. Oh, not, okay, Gwen says not white. Well, Gwen, let's check it and see. Let's decide. All right, here's my black. We're pretty close to black. I don't have my white in here. My white is in a different spot. Ooh, there's black. Black is a fantastic base for everything. So you could see, right, if it was just going to be a little inner border, that's nice. That's not bad. That's not bad. What other color? There's one other color that you would add. What would you add? All right, I want to hear it. I'll give you a little longer. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay. Nope, not white. All right, all right. I think I would add a yellow. I'd pick one yellow that I think would be nice with it. This one's really super bright. I don't know if that's the right yellow. I've got beeswax, as in none of yours. No, I'm just kidding. And that is a little closer to the orange side there. And this is banana. This is kind of what I was thinking. I thought there might be too light with the light colors. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so here would be yellow if we just did a yellow one. And it looks very pale there. Here it's not, doesn't look quite so pale. So, yeah, this is more what, I'm looking in the camera. This is more, we'll give you more of the visual. I'm thinking like one that's a medium yellow that then would be surrounded by all the rest of the colors too. I think that would give it a little bit of spark, a little bit of brightness, a little light. Navy. Ooh, navy. Well, yeah, that would totally work. I mean, we have our here. We've got these here. So they would totally work. If we were just going to add one, however, let's pick this indigo. So just adding that little bit there. You know, I'm not digging the navy as much, Gwen. I think I like the little brighter something better. But, okay. So, this gets so excited. I am passionate about color and a little hysterical. What if something like that? No, not with the navy there. It has to be some purples or some other dark thing that's on the outside. Maybe. Or maybe just sprinkle this one in 3 or 4 places. Not a big deal. Just has to be nice in there. Okay. That is, any other questions that you guys have about color stuff? I'm going to talk about how I have picked the colors for Everybody Loves, for Cheddar, for my Cheddar quilt. So let me move this here. Okay. Actually, let me hold it up. All right, so you get an idea of this quilt. Let's see. And it's a long one. It's a table runner here. And it's called Star Side. And the idea hit me when I was working in there. Oh, forest green, that might be interesting. What about a tan or beige border? Ooh, those all sound interesting. Okay, let's take a look there real quick. So here we've got this. And let's see, we said a forest green. Run, Forrest, run. Okay, and I'll get that in a second. Tan or beige border. Interesting. Let's look at that. Let's look at some possibilities. Ooh. All right. Oh, there we go. I did not expect to like that, but I kind of like this one. I kind of like that a lot. It kind of settles everything down a little bit. Interesting. Okay, forest green. I may have my best green up there, my closest to forest green. I think I do. That's just a little deeper, darker. Yeah, I don't know. This would definitely be something to play with. But I am surprised. I really do like this one. Camel. I like it. I like how that looks in it. What do you guys think? I like that one. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you how I picked the fabric for this. Now, the benefit that I had was working at Wooden Spools. So, as an employee, you may not be aware of this. As an employee, you see everything. The day you're working, you see everything before it goes out on the floor, right? Some stuff doesn't even make it to the floor. But you see it, and you see a lot of it, and so you have to learn how to do major editing and not let something just go, whoa, crazy, because it will do that. It will go, whoa, crazy. So I wanted to make this cheddar quilt. And again, it was because I thought of the name, Better with Cheddar. I thought, no, I have to do it. It's perfect. It's a great name. But I wanted to make sure that I limited myself. I didn't want to end up with every orange in there because I wouldn't say this is cheddar. No. This is not cheddar. This cheddar. This cheddar. This, no. This, no, it's not cheddar. So I wanted to limit myself. So I will show you how I did that. I really wanted only that palette, okay? And this is a great secret. This is a great trick that you can do. All right, so you have this idea in your head, right? You say, I want this to match, or I want this to look a particular way. Don't go to the fabric store. Go straight to the hardware store and get paint chips. I found a paint chip that I really felt like that is the cheddar. Notice it's already, you have your darks, your lights, your mediums. It's all there. It's all there. So I decided that, okay, I'm going to take this to the shop with me, and I'm going to keep it in the shop. And if I decide that I'll audition the fabric. If I see something that fits with it, I'll make sure it fits in this arrangement. Not too light, not too dark. I didn't want to go too yellow. I didn't want it to go any other direction. I wanted to stick to cheddar. And, if you go into the hardware store, if you go in and, like once a week or every couple weeks and pick a few of them, you can end up with the whole collection. Nobody will say anything if you just pick a few at a time. And if you're really good, need a whole bunch, you can Shawshank those out of there, like tuck them in your pants. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do that. Never mind. Gwen, this is why we need a big stash. It takes 1 million fabrics to make a quilt. I know, right? I saw that one of those cartoons that said, I'm just as surprised as you that I don't have the color I need. And believe me, it happens. But all right, so here we have this scrap quilt, and I wanted to limit it to that. And then I wanted to do just a combination of cheddar and indigo. Classic combination, cheddar and indigo. So I went and I auditioned a few different ones. So these are the 3 that I auditioned, and I thought, okay, which one do I really like? I liked how much denim this one, like it really seemed like a more denim-y color. But I liked this one because it had a little bit of a brightness to it. So I ended up using this as my limit. Was that the one? Yeah, that was the one. And I didn't go too light. You notice here I have a little bit of light stuff happening, and it's just a little bit, right? I've got a little bit of dark here, but I've got just a little bit of light. It's mostly, actually when I did this one, the blues are mostly darks, mediums, and just a tiny bit of light. And here I did mostly mediums and a little bit light and just a tiny bit of darker. Tiny bit darker. Not very much. I really didn't get much into this one. I kind of just stayed with there. But getting paint chips, then you take them to the fabric store, right? Right? Okay, never fails. Yeah, right. Not having the right color. Okay, so these are how I chose the fabrics here. I limited it to these color palettes, and I think I was just using this one side. So if you take these to the shop with you or to your stash, then you can directly compare. Does this fit? No. Does this fit? No. And you, oh, that's perfect. And then you can fit and add it like that. This helps to train your eye. And I talk about this a lot in my color course, that I firmly believe you can develop your own color eye so that you see and understand color, and you see and if you can pick out fabrics and make quilts that you love. And I like to help with that. But you can develop your own color eye, but a lot of it is trial and error. It's comparing, it's reading a few books, it's watching some of these videos. And one of the big benefits of working in a quilting shop is that I got to see lots of people bring other quilts in. I got to see lots of fabric around on a daily basis. So you begin to see what works, and you begin to see what doesn't work, and you begin to find your secret weapons. But I believe anybody can develop their color eye and learn how to see color, learn how to do it more intuitively, and increase your color understanding so you have much more confidence when you go into the store. Yay! All right, do we have any questions? I'm going to straighten a little bit. You guys let me know if you have any questions here. And that's kind of it with our color presentation. I think that's all that I had to share with you guys. So again, if you are enjoying this video, please like it, make your comments, your shares. Nothing is more valuable today than somebody else saying, check out this video, or this is just what we were talking about, or or whatever. Those things are awesome, such a benefit to me and my itty bitty business. So I very much appreciate that. Like I said, next week there's Work Basket Wednesday on Wednesday. I have a new pattern coming out. I may have a fabric sale, again, waiting for some shipments, and I'll be back here to teach the yellow. We're going to be talking about yellow, continuing to work our way around the color wheel. We're going to go yellow, baby. So we're going to talk about that. If you want to keep up with me, if you want to know where I'm going to be at, I send out one email a week, and you can subscribe on my website, jennykaequilts.com. And while you're there, check out the color wheel and the Quilter's Color course, because we will be starting the Zoom version of that, the work along with the Quilter's Color course, very soon. So I think that's it, you guys, that I have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, everyone. Oh, Amanda, I'm so glad you're able to tune in, girl. I just love it. I love seeing you and hearing from you and seeing the quilts that you post. Oh, I was going to say this too. If you want a big group, to be involved in on Facebook, if you're looking for other social media stuff, go to Jenny Kae Quilts and Friends, and you can follow me there on Facebook on my page, but you can also go join Jenny Kae Quilts and Friends, and that is a place where people just like this in these comments that are awesome, and you can share your ideas and your questions and be a part of that community. It's a very wonderful, creative, caring community, right? It is. Oh, well, thank you, Gwen. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Oh, you like the pink? I was wearing purple yesterday for the sale. Well, okay, I'm glad. I'm glad you're learning so much. I very much appreciate you guys. Okay, so I think I'll make one adjustment here. All right, I will see you guys for sure next week at the same time. We'll be talking about yellow, but I hope I can connect with you other ways. Work Basket Wednesday on Facebook, or you can shoot me an email or visit my website. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.